today. All right, we are live. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another interview part of the series here. I'm your host of this, Matt Dillingham, co-founder of Team in the Black and co-creator of the Next Level Mastermind. And today I get to interview the awesome person, Anne Bona. Sorry if I mispronounced your last name. Who is a person I met through a video I recorded last June. I was pretty much crying, and she saw it, loved it, and we connected, and I've kept in touch ever since then. So, Anne, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Even better talking to you. So yeah, I'm
of course
cool,
you are, because I'm awesome. Just kidding.
Oh gosh.
And you're over in England. So right now it's about 10 after 10 over there, right? As we record this.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't sleep much, so it's fine.
You don't? You don't. You got 3 kids. You're a busy lifestyle. So you're like, I'm used to this. This is
4 kids.
4 kids.
I
thought you had 3.
I've got wrong. 4. I've got a 2, 4. I've got a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 9-year-old.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Your research.
I will. Well, that's why I'm doing this right now. This is an interview. So,
Okay.
But yeah, and I'm glad to have you on. I've seen your Tumblr blog. I know what your real blog is. Where there's definitely, as we go along, let people know how they can get in touch with you. And you call yourself the, if I say this correctly, the Mompreneur. I can't say it. I'm gonna say Mompreneur for short. I'm gonna butcher it. Yeah,
Mompreneurs coach.
Yeah, right. Mompreneurs coach. So that's what you do, is helping other moms, be it their families or single moms. I'm guessing that you help them to get them where they want to be in life. So
that's right.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
cool.
Exactly. I help them basically take whatever business idea that they may have and just turn it into a hustle, but a business, and actually develop it so they can be able to spend time with their kids at home and also run a successful family, which is possible. So
cool.
Yeah.
I like it. Cool. So my first question for you, I feel like I'm grilling you, is I guess this start with sort of like, how did you get involved with having a business from home? I don't know if you have an actual office, but it seems like you're always doing stuff from home. Like, how did you get started from there?
I have to go back a bit, way back. I'll go back to when I was 19, and I started reading a lot of books. Okay, and this goes back to when it was all dial-up. Do you know about dial-up? You're not that much younger than me, are you?
No, I'm our dial with AOL over here in the States.
Yeah.
You're like, oh. Exactly.
So yeah, dial-up, and I remember going through websites and finding out about how to make money. And these are the days where I used to cut out little coupons to send out like direct mail to get on mailing lists. It's not like it is now, how you go to Aweber. Yeah, I'm showing my age there, aren't I? But yeah. So I'd send those off, and I'd actually study the material, like the sales letters and stuff. And that's why my interest grew with business. And that developed later on in later years to me establishing my own business on YouTube and eBay. And what I did was I started a business in the health and beauty niche, and I translated that into eBay how-to videos, and it blew up. And that's how I started. I started originally as video marketing coach, and that's how things kind of progressed. And I learned how to do video marketing, and I became a video marketing coach. So it all started with really eBay and my own business, which was selling health and beauty products. Yeah. So that was my beginning of the whole business venture thing.
That's how it started.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So, and from there, that's you started your journey down as an entrepreneur, not doing the typical plan that we're all taught. I'm gonna kind of guess it's the same over here in England or UK, where it's, you go to school, get good grades, get a good job, and then from there, life becomes magical and you're happy and you're set. Unlike when you realize you do that, you realize you're like, this isn't what I was told,
Yeah.
The same thing over there.
Yeah. Again. I was brought up with my dad. He was a doctor. My mum was a lawyer. So I don't know if you know about African families, but if you're not a doctor, a lawyer, or an accountant, you're nothing. Literally.
I kind of understand. There's a stereotype over here with like Asian families of like, if you're not some engineer or like a doctor or like getting some high level degree, it's like shunned upon. So yeah, but I can see that though. So.
Exactly. So that's that. So basically, my dad wanted me to go to medical school. I couldn't stand the sight of blood, so I was like, no. So I went into law school and I did law, but it just wasn't. I could sense that it wasn't what I was supposed to do. I was sitting in one of the classes and I was like, what have I done? Literally, it bored me literally to tears. So I remember my dad giving me a check and he paid for the whole year for the next year in upfront, and he gave it to me, and I was like, okay. Once I do this, that's it. I've got to go through it and I've got to, do the whole. I couldn't. I thought I knew. I had a gut feeling that it wasn't what I wanted to do. And I said to him, I want to do business. This is what I wanted to do. He's like, I don't think so. But I was like, I've got to live my life for me. So I did. I went ahead and I just knew that whole school thing wasn't the route for me, So I went ahead and I went my own way. And yeah, that's where I am today.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So was that like the one event that lets you know that like, okay, I want to do my own thing, or was it like a series of events that happened along the way in addition to that one?
Well, that was really it. It was really just growing up in that kind of environment where, we were taught, we were in private schools and everything was I went to boarding school for like 10 years. So that was the equivalent of prison, but it was all good. It was a good experience. It was a good experience. But so it was like I didn't have that awareness of what the world was really like, if you understand what I'm saying. So when I came out into the world, I was like, right, I'm going to state school. I want to experience what world's really like. So it was kind of that journey and going to college and realizing that it wasn't for me, and then going on to, business. It was that journey. But it was really, the point came in law school. I was like, that's it, done. And then I think the main thing was when we became homeless as a family.
What?
Yeah.
You were.
Yeah. One minute we were all fine, and the next minute, that was it. I found myself in a hostel, living next to drug dealers and next rooms and all kinds of people. And I was pregnant as well, and I had my kids with me. And I walked into this room and it was trashed. And the first thing I did was I went to Asda and I got a mop, bleach, and I brought them back and I cleaned the whole room. And I made it look like a hotel suite, literally. I was shocked and I couldn't believe, I thought, how did I get myself in this state? But you know what? That was a pivotal point, because I thought I had to accept that I got myself in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
It had to do with my mindset. Things happened to lead up to that point, but really I had to take responsibility that I wasn't ready for this to happen. This shouldn't have happened,
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that was the time when I thought, okay, I saw lots of other mothers in that situation as well. And I thought, I've got to really do something, get myself out of this situation. I can't let this ever happen again. And that was really the point where I just felt it for mums. Like, they need to have this kind of route that they can do better. They can achieve whatever they want. They don't need to be in this situation,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Awesome. So
yeah.
What got you to the point where you're homeless? You're like, and then you said, you're like, this is ridiculous. How did I get here? And then once you're in that situation, what did you do to move from, obviously, if it starts your mindset. Your mindset, you said, I'm not homeless. I'm not broke. This is where I'm at right now. It's not going to be for life. So what did you do to get out of that?
Well, I remember, obviously, I read lots of books. I read The Instant Millionaire, which is a great book. I recommend you guys get it. Think and Grow Rich. So I had the information, but I wasn't utilizing it. But that's a long story. You can read my book for that.
That's a good plug. I like that. We tell at the end.
That's coming later on. Yeah, it was really just knowing that information, but obviously not applying it. And it was just, I don't know, writing down what I wanted to achieve. I remember being in the room and writing down, okay, this is what I want. I want to live in this house. I want to live in this area. And you'll not believe it. Once I got out of that situation, I found myself with that same situation I've written on that list. It was that, yeah. No, because I really felt it. I was like, I've got, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to get. And I got it. So, yeah, that's how I literally got us out of that situation. I know it sounds really simple, but yeah.
It is. It is simple. Like, all you do is write it down. A lot of people don't write it down, and they're like, "Why am I getting what I want?" The magic of that.
Exactly.
You have that from experience. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you being a mom who's running a successful business and balancing family and business, that's not easy. So And I've always seen in different business I've been in, and I've seen different calls where it's like the women only call or the women's only hangout. And to me, I've always wondered, like, what is it? I know in the workplace, women face challenges that are unique to them that men will never really understand. I won't,
Yeah.
and it's different. To read about it, and it's like incredible. So, what do you feel are like the challenges that are unique to women to building any business from home, you know, or in business in general? Like, what do they face? What do you feel like those are?
I feel that they face a lot of self-doubt. I know a lot of business people do, but I feel like women in particular face a lot of self-doubt within themselves and fear of failure. And I know this through speaking to a lot of women. And also in business, they don't have strategic plans. Like, in order to build a business, you've got to be able to have a strong foundation, don't you? And actually know where you're going. And a lot of the times they just jump into it and they don't have a plan. They don't know where they're going. They don't have a marketing plan. They don't have any of that stuff. They just kind of like wing it, which obviously, you know, it's not going to get you very far. And what's the other? What else? Mindset. I think mindset comes into it as well, but that covers self-doubt as well. I think mindset and not working on their mind, because as you know, if you don't work on your mind, obviously that attributes to your failure, doesn't it? Mindset is crucial. It's a decider point whether you fail or whether you succeed. So it's the mindset. You've got to get that right as well. You know, things, I watched your video and you talked about how things in your past can influence.
Which one? I have a lot of videos.
You just posted it. I think you just posted it.
Oh, today? Yeah.
Today. And you talked about your past and how your past can influence you in many ways, and even just little areas can influence your success, which they can. You know, your consciousness, you've got to be aware of that. So yeah, I feel that those are a couple of things that women face, and also not having support networks. As you've noticed, a lot of these women things are popping up because women thrive in a supportive environment, don't they? So there's a lack of that still, but they're coming up. But I think that if women aren't in that environment, then it's harder for them in ways, because we're more emotional. Men aren't, are they?
No, yeah. We can be, we just hide it. We're taught to hide it, unfortunately.
Yeah, but we find it, as women, we find it hard to make hard decisions sometimes because we get emotional. So that's another thing as well. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. And you know what? And you're being a mom. How does that add to like the challenge of it? Is that's like a whole new twist? Which I know being a parent stuff, but like mothers specifically. I know from my mom growing up, when my parents divorced, separated, her going to school, it's a whole different world versus the guys doing it. So how does that add to the challenge?
Yeah, that is very challenging, because you know, you've got to get your priorities straight, don't you? You've got to know. You've got to be disciplined, basically. You've got to know exactly what you need to do, because you've got a very short period of time. You've got mornings. If you've got kids going to school, you've got to get it all in between the school runs, and you've got to make time for yourself as well. So I guess it's about finding that work and life balance. Not the perfect one, because there is no perfect one, but just finding the balance that's right for you. Because a lot of the times us mums just kind of get on with it, and we don't take care of ourselves, and we get run down, and then we're not able to do our work properly. So it's a vicious cycle. But you know, it's not hard to kind of put a itinerary together just that suits you and your lifestyle. But it's just doing it rather than just going through your day and just letting it just go. It's about productivity, isn't it? Not being busy, because busy isn't necessarily getting anything done. So yeah, those have been the main challenges, I think, for mums. It's just finding that balance.
Yeah, that's a common theme I've seen. So yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Now, with your husband, like, has he always been supportive, and you know, whether he was or not, and you know, what would be, this is a two-part question, what would be your advice to get someone's spouse to support them in their own, you know, entrepreneurial journey, whether it be a husband or wife?
Okay. Yeah, my husband, he's seen me from day one. Well, when we got together, I've been chained to my computer, literally, like every night. He's seen my journey coming from not knowing that much to knowing what I know now. But he's seen what it's taken, so he's been supportive, and he's looked after the kids for me when it's needed to. We've gone through periods where things have been a bit bumpy, but that's what marriage is like, isn't it? We come back. But yeah, he's been supportive all around. And I think for couples, I think you just gotta, if you're the entrepreneur, you've just got to do what you're doing. As much as you might need support from your spouse, sometimes you might not get it when you need it or when you want it. So you've just got to keep doing your thing, and you're setting an example to them, and they're gonna just look at you and say, "Gosh, she's not giving up," or she's really doing this. I've got to stand by her. She's trying to make a better life for us as a family. So, I just think it's about you can't force someone to be supportive. They can only watch your journey and either be there or not be there. But you as an entrepreneur, you've got to be just strong and confident about what you're doing and not give up and just keep going. I think it's all down to you at the end of the day. You can't really blame anyone else for anything.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I've seen where people, one of my teammates, the wife isn't real support, she doesn't get it. I see how that can really just add like a whole nother stress that you just don't need.
It
so
does.
You're fortunate to have that on you.
It does. Well, we've had ups and downs, as I've said, and there were times when he's looked at me and said, "You're crazy." I'm saying, you've been doing this you've been going on this for how long? But at the end of the day, he saw it's a journey. She's going to get there, and I did get there. And he's seen what it's taken. So I guess it's just a case of you, again, like I said, just being strong and just keep it moving, and that they will come to a point where they do see, she's made it. That's it. Just got to keep going.
Cool. I like it. And so is one of your specialties you talked about earlier, is one of your specialties that you do is video marketing?
Yes. Video marketing. I've been doing that from the beginning of 2008. And I kind of know YouTube like the back of my hand.
Really?
I've got videos stashed away, but yeah, I do. It's kind of like I was doing it for years and years and years. So yeah.
You guys share some secrets on YouTube. I'm sure people would love to know.
I've got a lot of secrets. I give people secrets, and
Okay, let me ask you. No. What are like some you can share, but you want to keep the rest, on the wraps?
Be more specific, Matt.
Well, okay, a good point. So, what are some secrets of YouTube that you use to help you in your marketing, like getting more views, getting more people to subscribe to you, getting leads and sales? Like, what have you done, found that works that you can share? Now, you're not share everything, that's fine, but you use it to, you've done it before. I
think SEO, knowing your SEO, knowing how to tie to your videos so people actually click on them. Having your thumbnails are huge right now. People miss that out, but having your thumbnails really prominent and with words of what your video is about on them, and having your description long enough that it just has your keywords in there, what you want to get ranked for. And a huge tip is using captions. Captions?
Yeah.
Where people click on it and it reads out subtitles in the video. So at the back of a YouTube account, you've got a bit where you can upload your captions, yeah? And when you do that, what happens is Google can actually read what your video is about. But without them, it doesn't really know. All it goes by is SEO. So once you have your captions there, it's like it's reading your video. And so once you know you're doing that, in your video, you say your keyword a couple of times, right?
Oh, right.
So it picks it up. So that gets you ranked higher just by doing that alone.
All right, I didn't know that. Now you know, everybody.
Yeah, cool. There's loads of tips on YouTube, loads. And right now, it's not so much about the SEO and stuff. It's about the engagement. So people actually wanting to watch your video, not about likes. It's about the quality of your video. So people watching them for a certain period of time, and YouTube will rank you higher for that as well.
Okay. So would you say that engagement overrides the what SEO provides, like in terms of like getting your video ranked?
It's very important now. Very, yeah.
Okay.
It's very
What would be
important.
one thing that someone could do to get more engagement on their videos on YouTube or anywhere for that matter?
Make good videos. Make videos that people want to make videos that people want to watch. Like if you're a marketer, like you know, Matt, if you go on YouTube and you type in internet marketing or network marketing, you see the same old videos, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, they're a bit boring, I have to say. Sorry, anyone that's watching this, but but you know, they're a bit boring. So if you just do, if you spice it up a bit or make it different from the pack, you know, just be different. That'll make you stand out more. Simply, just don't be like everyone else. Be yourself and just, you know, be different. Don't do what everyone else is doing. And that will,
cool.
Yeah,
unique perspective.
That will help you. Yeah, yeah.
That's good advice. Good advice. More success to YouTube. I didn't know that you were a person who pretty much. So you pretty much mastered YouTube. You like you said, like back your hand. And you know what works and doesn't work. So
yeah. I'm gonna be up there, putting some videos out and doing some stuff soon. So yeah, new stuff. Yeah.
Are you gonna come up with your own product for YouTube at some point? Do you feel that?
I've done my own product. It's on Amazon. It's outdated though, so it needs updating, which I'm planning to do. Okay. So it's about SEO and all that kind of stuff. So it's up on Amazon. But like I said, it needs updating because it's always changing, isn't it? So yeah, I need to put a new version up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What made you want to continue on with video marketing? Because a lot of people, I hear it all the time, like you should do videos, and so many people don't do them. I like doing them because I feel like after a while, once you pass the first one, it slowly but sure becomes addicting.
Yeah. But you're good at video. You're very natural, aren't you? You're the kind of person people want to watch. So I think that's definitely.
I just talk. Yeah. That's come from where I am. I talk like one person.
And that's the thing. I think the fact that you do that it's really going to draw people in, because people can sense you're just being authentic and you're not trying to do a hard sell or anything. You're just being you. Either like you or they don't like you. They like your F-bombs or they don't like your F-bombs, you know?
It's a necessary F-bomb. Then it's there for like, oh my God, it's an F-bomb. I don't know. It's there for a purpose.
Yeah. Very strategic. I like that.
When it comes out, I'm like, you know what? Hey, it works.
Yeah.
But you didn't answer my question. Like, what made you choose to master video marketing versus PPC, Facebook PPC, or like getting things off Instagram, which I think you may have done. And I know I've seen you training on at least from Tumblr. And what made you want to master that? I mean, I think you did this before that all came out. But what about these made you say I want to do this and then nothing else?
YouTube, it was a mistake. It was not a mistake. It was an accident. Because like I said, I needed a channel which I could show, because what I was doing was natural hair. I don't know if you know about natural black hair, but that was the channel that was what I was going after. But that was years before, and now it's blown up in America and the UK. But this was in 2008 when it was quite new. So video was the best way to communicate with people. So for me, it was my only choice at the time. So it worked perfectly. So it wasn't really like, it wasn't for me like a strategy at that point. It was just something that I needed to just do and to show people. So I think that's the best way to learn things sometimes, where you just do it because you want to do it, or, it's a hobby or you enjoy it. And then when you get good at it, it becomes a skill. And then once you gain a skill, that's it, right? You can't take that away. It's like riding a bike. You can only get better at it. So yeah, it wasn't like a planned thing. It was just something that happened.
By accident.
Yeah.
Not really in my mind, but that makes sense. Nothing's ever by accident in this life, I'll tell you that much. But yeah,
you know what I mean. It wasn't strategically planned or anything. It was like, okay, how am I going to show people this? Okay, YouTube's perfect. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Black hair. Cool. So as far as how long have you been doing your own business, like your own being an entrepreneur, like with marketing? How long have you been doing that for?
Well, I would say I took it really seriously in 2007-08. That's when I really, really started taking it seriously. So it's a couple of years now. My maths isn't great.
almost 10
7
years.
years? 10 years? 7 years?
About 10 years, 10 or 8, you know, we'll round up.
You're aging me now.
I'm not asking about that. I'm not implying that. That's on you at this point, okay? I'm just saying it's been about 10 years, whatever, right?
Okay, right. 10 years. I'm only 20.
You will forever be 20 in my eyes. It's been recorded and set, so you're fine. For 20 again. Oh my gosh, like I know. YouTube, so you stay forever young. Yeah. Duh. I'm kidding. As far as someone starting out who's fresh, who's new, they're doing the business from home, and let's say like, yeah, let's say a business from home. What do you feel is, you know, some of your best advice you could give someone?
Number one, get a mentor. I say this because as we all go into business, we always think that we can go alone, and we do it alone, don't we, when we first start. I think with newbies or people just starting, they never ever think, okay, I'm going to get someone that knows what they're doing and I'm going to follow their example. They never do they? They just start off and they go into the whole world of, you know, ebooks and courses and stuff. If you find a mentor that knows it's where you want to be and knows what they're doing, it will take you to where you want to get to much, much, much faster than if you do it on your own. So I would say the first thing is to find someone that's where you want to be and pay them money, invest in you to get to where you want to get to. You've got to invest in you. And that's another one. You are your greatest investment. Nothing else is. You are the asset behind that small business. Okay, so you are the VIP, the most important thing. So you've got to invest in you. You have to invest in you. And that means investing in your mindset to improve it, and investing in a mentor as well. And it costs money, it does, but it's the only way, you know. And I would say also, mindset is a big one. I would say enjoy the process. A lot of the times when we first start up in business, it seems like a long road, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you start, you fail, you know, you get up again, you fail again, and it's like a whole lot of failure. But if you just enjoy the process or just respect it and know that it's not going to be A, B, C, D, E, F, G route, it's going to be an A, F, G, W, Z, A, C, you know, it's going to be one of those ones. And once you understand that and respect it, it will just, you know, you'll calm down, and you're not gonna give up or, you know, think you're a failure, are you? Because you're gonna know, okay, this is just how it is, and I've got to just go with it. I'll get them in the end if I keep going. And another one, that's perseverance. Just keep going. Don't give up. Don't ever quit. Don't ever quit. Because I went through times when I was like, you know, it's too much, you know, I don't know how to do this or that or the other. Don't quit, just keep going. My husband's seen it. He's seen me going from day one to now, and he never saw me give up or quit. And that's why I know as much as I do now, because I just kept going regardless. I just didn't care about people's opinions, good or bad. And I'll mention that as well. I just looked straight ahead. That's my goal. That's where I'm going. And I just kept going. Yeah. And as I mentioned, don't care about the opinions of people, the good ones or the bad ones. Just don't care, because that has a hold on you, if you know what I mean. If you're doing everything, because you're looking, it's people pleasing, isn't it? It's like, oh, you know, if I do something and people like clapping for me, it's like on social media, people are addicted to likes now. It's like they feel rejected if people don't like their stuff, right? It's an emotional thing, you know, and it's almost like they're slaves to this stuff. Don't be a slave to anything. Who cares? If someone likes your stuff, they like it. If they don't like it, who cares as well? It's just, I'm just, you know?
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying, you know, I'm not being rude or anything. I'm just saying you're just looking straight ahead, and you're just focused on your goal, and you know what you're doing. As long as what you're doing is right and it's not hurting anyone, it's cool.
I like it. It's good stuff. That I like to hear about, you know, don't care about the good opinions or bad ones. If you all hear about don't care what people think, don't care about what the naysayers, but first time I've ever heard anyone say don't care about the good opinions, I was like, that's helpful for a lot of people, because I feel like we do want people to like us, but at the same time, it's like you can't please everyone. You just have to do, like you said earlier, what's best for you, because you can feel it in your core and your being. You go, I'm supposed to do
Yeah.
and if I do something else, I'm not gonna be happy. It's not. I won't be
Exactly.
full heart into it. So yeah.
Exactly.
I relate to
Exactly. Yeah. Cool. Cool.
that. What does being a mompreneur mean to you?
It's really simple. It just means, you know, mums can have it all. We can actually have it all. We can have a great business. We can also be great mums, and we can do those things successfully, both of them successfully. It's really, really simple. It means being able to spend time with your kids, not having to put them in nurseries and give them away to other people, and not being there to see those precious moments. You know, it's all about being a mum. Is a precious thing. You shouldn't have to miss out on your kids' lives. I mean, literally, that's the way I see it. I said, why should you have to miss out on your kids' lives? You've got options. You do have options. You know, it's just whether you decide to take them or not. You know, nothing wrong with a job. Some people, yeah, jobs have to be there for reasons, you know, for people to work. But if you want to be a mom and be at home with your kids, there's so many options out there, you know. And you know, people say, oh, I can't do this, or I can't learn that. Or this day and age, we've got YouTube, we've got Google. There's nothing you cannot learn. Am I right? There's nothing.
Right. Yeah.
You can go on YouTube and learn something. You can learn anything, and literally for free. You know, there's places set up for you, like Etsy, and like I'm talking for mums, Etsy, eBay, all these places that have huge amounts of people just sitting there waiting to buy stuff. If you're creative, you can find ways to use that to, you know, make an income. It's quite simple. So for me, being a mompreneur is all those things. And yeah, I love it. And I think that mompreneurs are just fabulous. They rock, literally.
Of course you rock. You're a mompreneur yourself. You would know this.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yes, of course. Yes. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: why learn the skill of internet marketing? Like, why should someone learn that? I don't want to say should, like you should learn, but like, you know, more like how would it benefit them to learn it? You know, instead of not learning it.
Well, I think internet marketing is a skill. A skill is something that no one can take from you once you have it, right? They can't take that away from you. You have it, and you have it for life. So, internet marketing, for me, it's like I'm in the UK and I'm talking to you right now. How did we find each other? It wasn't through necessarily, well, it was kind of marketing because you were marketing, right?
I was crying at it, but and you were like, oh my God, he's crying. It's kind of cute. Let me talk to this guy. Probably didn't think that, but you know, that's what I tell myself every morning. So I was marketing. Continue.
Yeah, you're marketing. So yeah, and if I hadn't seen that video, I wouldn't be having this chat with you now. So I think it just makes the reach. There's no boundaries. You can reach anyone, anywhere. You know, and once you have that skill to be able to reach people and get people, you know, you might have a product and you have a niche, a target audience. Once you can get your target audience to your product, whatever service you're offering, once you can solve their problems, I think that's huge. And that's what internet marketing is, solving problems, right? And getting solving your target audience's problems. So I feel like, you know, internet marketing is just, it creates so many opportunities. Why wouldn't you want to learn it? Why wouldn't you want to learn it? If you don't know how to market, you don't have a business. If you don't know how to market, you do not have a business. It's not going to work. So it's something that if you do have a business, you've got to learn it. You know, if it's offline marketing or online marketing, you've got to learn it. You've got to know how to get your voice out there, your product out there, your service out there, and you've got to learn how to service people. And I think, like I said, there's so many opportunities for you to learn it online for free. There's nothing to stop you. For mums particularly, I think it's great because it enables us to just create a business from home and be able to just work it around our families, just from your computer. I mean, you know, who wouldn't want a skill where you can just take your business and just move to another country or live on the beach and, you know, just be able to just be free, no chains. And that's the opportunity it presents, I think, which is great.
Gotcha.
So I think that is a skill. Yeah, you have to learn if you're running a business.
I will co-sign that and agree with you 1,000%. I'll co-sign that one. That's right.
Cool.
So another question that came up was is because a lot of people, especially in being as entrepreneurs as we are, we hear about investing yourself. You get it, like investing yourself, as you said, it's the best investment you can make, and I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Yeah. For someone that's coming from a place where money is tough for them, and they see it not as like if they're gonna work with you, they need to see that as an investment, right? Whereas they're coming from you cost too much, see it as a cost, and not seeing how it's going to help them. My question is, how would you help someone reframe that with their mind and say, you got to look at it, this is what's helping you, and not cost gets you nothing. Investment gets you somewhere.
Well, the first thing I'd say is entrepreneurs and really successful people, they never, ever, 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 ever see the cost in something. They only see the value that it's going to bring them. So if you're looking at the cost, I would say your wealth consciousness needs retuning completely. Because you're not looking at, okay, this can take me from here to here. I'm struggling right now. This can take me to another place where I want to be. You're looking at, oh, okay, I might, you don't have that money in your account, so therefore you can't do it. You've closed the door straight away. So you're going to end up at square one, right? You're going to stay where you are.
Right.
So how does that make sense? And that's, if I was coaching someone, that's what I'd say to them. How does that make sense? I mean, you've come to me and, you told me that we've answered questions that you want to get this. But then when it comes to the money, suddenly it's like, oh no, you don't want it anymore. So you don't want it anymore, right? Because you can't afford it. No, but you do want it. But the money is it's just the mindset thing. And like I said, it's a wealth consciousness thing. I think that everyone has a what's it called? Financial thermostat.
Yes.
Okay. And you know what I'm saying, right? And you can't go beyond it. So if in your mindset, like £1,000. You're not going to go beyond that. In terms of paying someone or in terms of people paying you. Right. So if you're starting a business and you're having issues with exchanging money, then how are you expecting someone else to give you money? It doesn't make sense, does it? How are you expecting someone else to pay you if you're starting a business when you can't even invest in yourself?
Exactly.
Right?
Right. Because I don't think people realize that. They don't think of it like that. They think about their world. They're stuck on them and their view. And then where they want to go, realize that, like, you have to. I think the big challenge for people is getting outside themselves and seeing, like, it's not about you, that you have to get where you want to be by helping other people in a sense of what you're saying,
Exactly.
So my last question for you.
Yeah.
The hardest question ever. Are you ready for this one?
Wait. Okay. I'm ready. I haven't got any water, by the way.
Oh, well, pretty good. It'll get your trunk out here. My last question for you is, is who are you and what is it that you do?
Who am I? Didn't I say at the beginning? Okay. My name is who am I? I'll reframe this.
See, it's a little different.
Yeah, it's a little different. Let me think about this. I'm a woman.
I'm a mom. Everyone's like, wait, what? Wait, what am I? Stop.
I'm a mom. I'm a woman. I'm a person that is on a mission, literally, to help women, specifically moms, recognize the power and the influence and the potential that they have within them, not just in business, in every sense. Yeah. And there's another side to it as well, which I'm adding on as well, which is a social aspect as well. So I'm a woman on a mission to help mums, but I've added a social aspect of it as well, which is helping young people that are homeless. So those are my missions. So I've integrated that with my business, basically.
Nice.
So there's a company called Centrepoint, and they actually sponsor rooms for young people. So there's a lot of young people on the streets, especially in London, and what they do is they enable people to sponsor a room. So you're enabled for £12 a month. You can get a young person into a room. You can get them financial help. You can get them education. Get them into jobs. Change their whole life just by giving them a room. So in a nutshell, that's kind of who I am and what I'm doing.
I like it. That was good. See, cut the rocket paper. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
But who are you on a deeper level? I like it. It's good. Good.
Yeah.
And then, you know, what is the best way people can get a hold of you if they're watching this and they're like, hey, I want to work with her. You know, Mom, I got these things I'm working on. What's the best way they could, you know, contact you? What are some things you can, you know, website, blog, email, all that good stuff?
Okay, the website is www. Do we say that anymore, or do we just say themompreneurscoach.com? Am I old-fashioned?
Whatever, just say it. Some people still say that.
www. Okay, themompreneurscoach.com, and you can contact me at contact@themompreneurscoach.com. Get me on Facebook, annebona.com. Just type it in, you'll find me. You can message me as well. So those are the best ways to contact me. I'm on Instagram as well. You can direct message me there. So I'm in those places. So any contact there, I'll be in contact with you again within 24 hours or so. Best ways. Yeah.
At least on UK time. That's gonna be. Well, I'm in UK time, a little different here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right here in the States. Cool. But Anne, hey, thank you for doing this. I learned a lot about you. I didn't know, and a lot of value provided. So I hope people get a lot of value from this, and especially for the moms out there, because that's a very different audience that needs a lot of help. You know, from what I've seen, and you know, definitely what you're doing is a good thing. I see it, and I'm like, wow, I'm Mompreneur. Like, what if I could be a dadpreneur? I don't know.
Have you got kids?
I'm not dad. I'm not dad yet. Oh shit.
Right.
But anyways, everyone else, hope you got value of this, and thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you.
Welcome.
Bye.
Bye.